As the sun rises over the mountain, I am almost blinded by its beauty. I close my little eyes as its warmth touches my cheeks. I smile and welcome every moment of it, wishing we would take care of you the way you take care of all of us.
The Jamaica National Group I consider to be a corporate pioneer in this entire conversation around climate change. Everybody is facing the reality that things are changing around us. And wherever you stand there, it doesn't change the fact that year on year, there are moments when we benefit from heavy rainfall, and then there are moments when there is little to no rainfall.
So this new ministry, we are the dynamic Ministry of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment and Climate Change. And our responsibility is to ensure that the coupling of our portfolio areas is reflected in the policy, in the legislation, and in the projects that we advance.
As Jamaica's foremost development partner for the last 50 years, IDB is intently focused on deep-rooted partnerships with the government and private sector towards development of the region and improving lives.
We are told that time heals all wounds. So I wonder, will time heal the wounds of this earth? I can't help but to think though, that maybe, just maybe, time will heal, but only by our own hands.
Raising awareness, having this conversation that, this is real, it's happening, it's impacting our daily lives. But at the same time, here's a couple of things we could do differently.
These sort of initiatives are important to IDB to work with our partners in ensuring that we can be more climate resilient.
We've done good work as a country over the last 4 years with the Climate Change Division, the PIOJ, and other stakeholders. Our Prime Minister has been prominent in the fight to advance climate financing, particularly for small island developing states.
The issue to do with climate, the issues to do with our environment, it's not going away. It was a concern to me when I was 13 years old, and here I am today, and it's still a concern.
If our children own the responsibility to waste less, to not throw the plastic bottle out, to separate garbage, to find ways to use rainwater harvesting, to become innovators and inventors, then the next generation of Jamaicans won't have to be learning sustainable practices. It'll be integrated into our culture.
What future is there for us? What kind of world are we inheriting? A question we should all ask ourselves. After all, we have received so much, but have given so little in return.
How could I ensure that I'm saving the water and using it a lot more efficiently? How can I, as a plumber, enable persons around me by showing them simple things like how to harvest the rainwater when it is here?
Water scarcity is one of the reasons why we have this partnership. It is to initiate activities that facilitates uptake of water adaptation measures in Jamaica housing sector.
The first goal is really to build on the work that has been done to ensure that we advance our updating of the climate change policy, the National Adaptation Plan, the implementation of our national determined contributions, and that we make sure Jamaica continues to be a strong leader internationally.
I have been just so proud of the fact that Jamaica National Group, through the JN Foundation, we have found a way to partner with the Inter-American Development Bank and its associated partners to do something about it.
Our planet is calling out to us to make a change before it's too late. Our actions have to be fast, conscious, and deliberate.
It's really a lot about behavior. So even though we're talking about raising awareness, that's the drop in the bucket. It's really about, after I've heard this information, what am I going to do about it? And That takes a lot longer because it's now about people changing the habits. When I'm brushing my teeth, am I going to keep the tap running or am I going to turn it off?
How can we help to reduce or prevent emissions in greenhouse gas? For example, for those who can, you can buy or drive an electric vehicle, or there are new technologies around renewable energy. And one specific thing is around consumer behavior.
If we start by everyone owning the responsibility for themselves in how they think, in what they do, in how they make their own decisions, then flowing from that will be a multiplicity of positive outcomes.
While I've been so proud and so happy to know that Jamaica National Group JN Foundation has in fact been pioneering as a corporate entity to assist in solving, in particular, our water issue, it's not something that we can solve on our own. In fact, it's extremely ambitious for us to use the word solve. But what is not ambitious is seeing other entities, other corporate entities coming on board, nationally, regionally, and it's when that starts happening that in fact we start seeing the needle moving.
The goal has to be streamlining sustainable practices across the government, while also ensuring that we have significant and lasting behavior change. So every Jamaican should understand why we're doing it now is to protect us tomorrow.
We need to play our own part. We need to access opportunities for innovation in our own space, in our own environment, to see how we can be aware, be prepared, and act.
Do it for this beautiful planet we call home. Do it for us and the next generation.
Every Jamaican must be a part of the movement, whether it is climate change, environment, housing, or urban renewal.
One of the things that we've done is publish the Homeowner's Guide. That's available on our project website, waterprojectja.com. And anyone can download that resource and see some simple things, some simple changes that you can make to everyday behavior that can make a huge difference.
In every challenge, there's opportunity. We just have to find the opportunity.
And whether or not you see the changes to our climate as a crisis or not, there are things that we're experiencing every day. And here we're offering entrepreneurs a way to come up with ideas that helps us to solve some of these everyday challenges.
And I hope that from this challenge, in addition to the awareness that will be built, there will be solutions that will be developed that can be implemented and create opportunities for entrepreneurship while creating products and services that will help us to live and adapt to climate change.
I came into this world crying as I took my first breath. It was tears of joy. But will I take my last breath crying with tears of sorrow, knowing that I left a very sad planet called Earth behind?
If we
Take care
Of the earth.
Mother Earth will in turn take care of us.